Gemini, what is up? How's it hanging? I'm Raven from southeast coast of Norway and currently broadcasting from Chiang Mai, Thailand again. So let's just cleanse the energies a little bit from previous read. If you do know anyone who can resonate with this specific read, Gemini, please feel free to share my videos. I could use to scuff up those algorithms a little bit. However, I'm still a traveler, professional gypsy, descendant of the Tartarian Romani people, and it should have been pretty obvious from the beginning. Okay, so let's say the words, let's say the prayers. So, by the way, when we do Indian mantras, be careful. They are very Englishized. Just a little advice that come up to my mind. I did live a little bit in India, a few years, and especially in South India, you will learn that the vowels are not really, they can actually destroy the entire mantra. So it's it's getting more and more clear to me also when I do those mantras. But they, like the Gayatic mantra I did now, I noticed that that vowel was a little bit long. That could actually damage a lot, do more damage than we think. That's, if you're into cymatics, you will understand. Check up cymatics. You can understand why I do work with cymatics when I work in general. It's not Shivaya. It's usually enough saying the Shiva. Many of the vowels doesn't really have any specific O, A, E, R. It's just not the but and usually original Sanskrit consists more of rhythms. It's not Krishna, it's Krishna. You want to get that right, babies? Krishna, which is also where we have the word Christ from. Same with Lakshmi. It's not Lakshmi, it's Lakshmi. No vowel, really. LX, and the sound after is barely any vowel at all. And now you know where we get the word luxury from. All right. Again, the Gemini in me praises the Gemini in you. And we have a handcrafted tiny little vowel here from Kathmandu. Good sound. So, I don't like to abrupt the sound. Let's see, it's irritating. There you go. Sound fanatic, for sure. Gemini, what is up, my beautiful people? What is up? What is going on in your life right now? Some of you have irritated people There are two different types of Gemini. There are those who are very quiet. It's like they have the dark side of Mercury. And there are those who are stand-up comedians. Gemini, we either love them or we hate them, or we love them and we run tired because they talk too much. You're looking at Mars, Gemini, and Gemini ascendant here, sidereal. So I talk a lot. I feel let it go, let it out of you, sister. So I am honestly a little bored of keep continuously doing the same. The Lenormand deck, the Lenormand deck, the Lenormand deck, the Lenormand deck. Okay, we still have the Lenormand deck, but we have a different Lenormand deck. It's called the Steampunk Lenormand deck. So Gemini, let's just have a little fun with that. Okay. And let's see what's going on with Gemini. What is it that Gemini need to know? So this is for February 2025. If you see this after February 2025, doesn't matter. It's not time necessarily. It doesn't have to be, you know. I'll make it for now. What's coming towards you in February. But if you see this in Mars 2072, this read could be exactly what you need to hear. Okay. So that's just a law of attraction, that's just synchronicity. And for those of you who have managed to ascend or go through the awakening just a little bit, you will know that things synchronize very fast now these days, and they also manifest. Things manifest very quick, just saying. So let's get started. That was the wrong one. Maybe that was for a reason. Okay, the Tower, governments, the Garden, Okay, I'll dwell on it just a little bit. Well, we have a dog here. A dog loyal to his owner. Maybe you have many dogs. I know some of you have at least 3 babies. And they love you. So there are authorities here that you need to kind of, I don't know why they are here. That's usually what the Tower is for. This looks like a Tesla coil. I don't know if some of you have a Tesla coil in your home, as you know. We also have the garden here, or where people meet, they talk. Sometimes there is, you know, if you live in a block, there is usually a committee, yeah, where people blab, social conventions, which people like me avoid at all costs. What should we do with the color? Should we color the buildings all together in one color? And I'm not sure I like the new, tenant. He or she, they seem so gothic. They probably do drugs and worship Satan. Yeah, I've heard all of that stuff. Maybe you are in a situation like that. I see a house here. So maybe some of you have recently got your own space, but I also see that it's very possible that house soon will expand in space. Damn, I'm not a really big, huge steampunk fan, sorry. I'm sure many of you think, oh, you're probably the huge lover of steampunk. No. No, I like the post-apocalyptic future. This is not the future. This is industrialism. The time machine kind of shit. It's making me almost uncomfortable to look at this gnome shit stuff. You know, the gnomes. They're steampunks. Okay, so. You, my darling, you have to deal with a lot of rats and vermin wherever you are or wherever you have been. People who likes to eat from your cheese, eat you out of your house, eat up your life. Help themselves, they invite themselves into your life, and they can't even have the nerve to apologize. I see you're being way too humble, my beautiful Gemini, and that may be, but you could be weakened. I know some of you are weakened. And when we are weakened, when we feel weak, when we are malnourished and we are not in a good place, it's easy to just let people, you know, help themselves, invite themselves into our lives. They're too close up, holding our faces and shit like that. But some of you could even have to deal with. It's quite funny because I know someone who this resonates very well with. So that you know who you are, honey. You know who you are. This is just what we've been talking about. So it's pretty interesting how the cards pop up so elegantly, resonating with one of my Gemini friends here. It's ludicrous how it resonates. It's so spot on that it's creepy. And so, witchcraft? Yep. We did have to do a cleaning the other day, and turns out that in that specific area it's not that easy because the bloodstain have been taking place over more than 100 years. You know, it's a place with a lot of people at the specific place, Celts clashing with people from Rome and different Germanic tribes. Even the Arabs been there, and blood was shed in all directions, a lot of torture, a lot of witches burning. So it looks beautiful there, like this interesting garden with the fountain there. I'm not sure you can see it, but like one of the houses there is not just infested by cockroaches and worms, but trying to clean that place, you need to pick the house apart and redo the entire place. Can you get rid of that? You need a really large gong and a lot of smudge to clean that place, because it's full of it's just got a very long history of nasty things taking place. There was a time, and it's still time, where people took a lot of joy in torturing other people. Unfortunately, this is also relevant today. People enjoy joining forces and making other lives miserable, and they think they are entitled to do that based on someone else's story or based on the idea that, I don't know, it's usually a lot of jealousy involved. But here I see a big cleaning. I see God's hand coming in here, Gemini, and cleaning up what mess you had to go through. Ring. Ring, ring. Let's see here. You gave that back, didn't you? Some of you gave that back. Anyway, this brujo, or witch, that we talked about, he is not eased down for some of you. Some of you have someone who, they're on your bum. They won't give up until you give in. You just need to cut them off, Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Ascendant, Moon, Venus. They have a challenged health. Okay, this is the tree of life, but it's placed in the Saturn, probably one of the coolest trees I've seen in the Nordic, just saying, but challenged for sure. Okay, I see you fly. Some of you are going to fly away pretty soon, so congratulations with that. You're going to get away from this bullshit. Okay, let's continue. Which cards do we love the most? I've been doing, like, I owe you an apology, Gemini. I've been doing 1 hour reads for all the signs, and unfortunately I messed up the algorithms by being, you know, not really having a space on my own. So, and that's pretty fair excuse. I'm homeless, right? So it's a fair excuse, but it doesn't really do anything good to the algorithms, and still I've been spending a lot of time on because I enjoy it, of course, but doing 1 hour 90-minute reads for other signs, and then I'm chopping you off here, Gemini. But you can make it up, or I can make it up, if the algorithms are alright and stuff like that, if it gets enough views. The one that gets the most views, obviously Scorpio. We are the founding fathers of the channel. Also Pisces as a Sagittarius was very active in the beginning. Lost them. But if I love to do something, I don't throw away the towel anytime soon. If I love doing what I do, I don't care if it's not on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. People are stepping on your name, right? So the only thing I can do here, my beloved Geminis, is to give what I can. And if this read is woo, maybe we can arrange a bonus read, all right? Anyway, this is where we are now. And we're going to stay here for a couple of weeks. Someone are going to get exposed. Secret hair is coming out. So we know there's been some trouble here in regards to traveling due to a canine animal before. Please, my beautiful friend, double check the papers, double check the weights of your animals before you go, because there could be an issue here again. The airplane companies today are difficult, and you don't want to miss this shot. Do you hear me? I'm doing this because I'm your sister, okay? So this is a warning, okay? This is a warning. make sure that it's paid for. Make sure that it has the weight, and even if you can have some cash back at hand, you have a credit card, and someone, because I had to pay $200 now going from Kathmandu because of my luggage, and 2 years ago India, soon 2 years ago, $600 out the window because a lot of luggage. I planned to, I had plans for India, but don't make plans. Just plan this very well, because I want to see you. You know what I mean? I want to see you. We talked about that. So whoever you are, if you are in the same situation, you have to fly somewhere, you have to go somewhere, and it looks pretty good. Just make damn sure that there are nothing in the paperwork that you're missing out on here, because it will drive me crazy. So yeah, tough life in regards to being self-sufficient now. I see that. Maybe paying the house rent, all those things. It's a tough life. Rats, friends who are just there for you when you have something for them. I know we are 2 Scorpion moons here. Having Scorpion moon, not only are you attracted to shitfests, but you're also magnetizing shitfest situations, and that's just what we do. Some Gemini here got Scorpion moon. Night of inspiration. That's a beautiful energy for some of you, and not easy to understand. It is a very strong sun symbol though. Sagittarius energies. Do you have some Sagittarian? Oh yeah, you do. You do have a Sagittarian who is on your neck. She's not happy with you. For some of you, it's not necessarily a Sagittarian. Could be something else. But for this specific person, there's one girl here who is Sagittarius, and she's a rat. Be warned, because she's after you somehow. I don't know what you said, what you did, but she wants something from you. You clean that mess up. 2 of inspiration, 2 wands, fire energy, Aries energy, take action, clean up, take action. And I know you've done that. I'm not sure all of you have done that, but now it's time for you to make where to go, what to do, make it, make up your mind. I know Gemini, Libra and Gemini. Me, Sidereal, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's like woo hoo 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 hoo. No, this is boring. Let's think about UFOs. Let's just go UFO, right? We do have the ring here. What's that all about? For materials. So some of you could have maybe a ring or something very valuable. You might get something from someone soon that has a value to it, like they might give it to you as an heirloom. This middle hair one looks kind of like an heirloom. I don't know why I like old lady rings, but it's cool. It's cool. Okay, Saturn. Yeah, my hips and my backs are not with me today. I would love to sit more. I would love to do more. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So there is or was some kind of betrayal here. Could be money involved, a lot of it. This is something you might have to take into the consideration into the future. I'm not sure what the solution here is. The only thing I know is that I fall more and more in love with the Norman cards, because they are so much more specific than, you know, so I'm going to end it with the Norman and see what the heck's really going on here, okay? In regards to certain people, secrecy, just don't bother, don't mingle. Just be polite, nice, but there is some chatting going on here, which is not something, I'm not sure it even has any value, but someone here are exposed. It could be the woman over here, which basically is a rat, and this is exactly as one of you explained, my darling sister. This woman really, you know, this is a perfect depiction of exactly what my Gemini sister described. A dirty house, doesn't pay her house rent, and very negative energy. But what does she want? Let's see. Yeah, so in regards to your travel, for those of you who have animals and you're planning a travel or just planning a travel anyway, there is loyalty here. But there could be, because to travel today with you know, dealing with airplane companies, it's hell on earth, trust me. And so what you want to do is to make sure that the paperwork is in order, and that if you happen to have 3 dogs or 4 dogs, 5 dogs and 5 cats, that, you know, if this is paid for, and again, the advice I gave to you, make sure you have a backup, and it seems to me like you do have that. I wish I could help you out with that, but I'm on my last rose petal at the moment, so my last rose. So yeah, I'm doing good. I'm alive. Unfortunately, I have nothing extra. Let's just say. The old days, we travelers, we had this house on wheels, and there were other kinds of troubles, you know. Today it's no house on wheels, unless you want to drive on the wrong side of the road. Soulmate, Aquarius energy, house. sibling, possibly. Giving you half a hand. Someone here is helping you out. That star is interesting. It shows that in the end of the day, that despite our disputes, that in the end of the day, when you see that, you know, if you don't appreciate me, I'm gonna be gone soon. Not just China, I mean, you're gonna have to bury me or burn me. That kind of goal, right? And what I see here is that someone came to that realization, which is fine, because deep inside there is love there. Although you don't feel it, it's there. This woman that you've been dealing with, some of you been dealing with either a woman or just Sagittarius, someone who literally are very dirty, live off other people. It's like they have an upper, you know, it's like sniffing something. They seem to, you know, coming towards you. All of a sudden they want to have like some kind of victory with you. They might try to contact you. Maybe for an apology, or maybe, oh, you have money, let's play nice. Don't fall for it. But I don't think you will, because a rat is a rat. If it walks like a rat, talks like a rat, 3 minutes of, you know, jumping around like a horse will not turn you into a horse. Okay, just Sagittarius energy, that's it. If you want to know about Ophiuchus, that's also a lot of Sagittarius are really snake charmers, which is a mixture of Scorpio and Sagittarius. So there could be some information in regards to this person there, about if you're dealing with the Sagittarius, that is. In this case, because someone here gave me this person's birth date, and she's a snake charmer, so speaks for itself, basically. Yeah. You need to stay strong now. You need to clear up your head, okay? For those of you who do stuff, alcohol, spliff smoking, whatever's going on, keep your head as clear as possible, alright? Because now things are going to happen this month. And you don't want to forget your passport. Make sure your passport and wallet stays together. If you use some kind of medication, make sure that these things stay together. Usually I say don't put all eggs in one basket. Well, these are not eggs. Okay, just keep them close to your body. And do some kind of check. Maybe write a list, something like that. Don't let your mind be abrupted by anyone or anything. just stay focused, okay? That's the only thing I can say. Four of Materials, there is this offering coming in for you. This is beautiful news, Gemini. Someone wants to secure you somehow. That, you know, it's like maybe this is your doing. Maybe you will manifest this. There's possibly an heirloom coming in for you, symbolized by a ring, roses, even a camel in the back. I don't know, the camel is weird. Okay, but orange roses, this is very Buddhic energy. It's a lot of love attached to this energy. And Four of Materials is by Aleister Crowley, Thoth deck here. You know, one is, oh, my money, me, pitying, you know, right away deck, right? Aleister Crowley, he was a little bit more wise. You know, it was two different secret societies that designed these cards. And I had, the way I thought of Four of Coins was exactly similar to the Thoth deck, without really thinking about it. And it's about creating a foundation that makes you feel safe. So this is what we all have to focus on first in life. We cannot invest in on the top of the castle, you know. Let's start building the top of the castle. We start with the foundation. We dig a hole in the ground and we put cement there, or it's radioactive though, but so for those of you hippies, I'm well aware of it. But you get my point. Okay. A strong foundation is also your own income. All right. So, betrayal. Someone can't get over. They're obsessed with the idea that you betrayed them. You need to get them out of your life as well. Just get your broom, bruja, brujitos, whoever, and swoop, 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 swoop them out of your life, because this is, there is snake also. I know one of you have a snake, pure like a demonic being kind of thing, but this is just, there is another one here who is just fake. I can't believe that could be the vermin right there, the rat. Whew. Okay, I think this is as good as it gets. I have to apologize for giving you less time than the other guys. There are 12 signs. And I think I'm only going to do this once a month. Besides that, there will be independent stories, which are based on real events, which could be your story also, which I did today. What happened? Or where is Santiago Cruz right now, also known as El Fantasma? So it's people I know, and I'm curious about their past. And when little birds whisper in my ear, check this out. You didn't know that, did you? Could the story be completely out of line? Sure. And then again, I have a savage reputation for being very, very accurate when it comes to personal reads. And I'm, like I said, like, yeah, well, I'm not psychic, I'm just translating the cards. So what did happen to Santiago Cruz El Fantasma? Where is he now? What is he up to, you know? Is he still alive? That's the tarot read. And inspired, yes, by people, events, and a little bird whispering in my ear. Did you know this about this person? No, I didn't know that. Well, did you consider to check up? No. And since I no longer work with any security company, we enjoy the tarot cards and see it from there. And I've experienced with the cards to this very day they can be creepy accurate at times. Now, when that's said, need to know that you can also basically shift timeline by simply changing. If you change your belief system completely, you also shift timelines. Changing habits, changing your way of thinking, changing your mentality, you shift timelines, and you will shift into timelines that will adapt themselves, hopefully into your liking, if you manage to keep yourself in right mind. Be grateful for everything you have, although it doesn't feel that life is fair always. But having a grateful mind despite the situation you're in will serve you in the long run. Love you so much, Gemini. Catch you on the flip side.